everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people and huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides of the universal energies. Yes, I've got my painting clothes on today, doing a little bit of handy woman work around the home. So, however, it's turning into a stinky hot day, so house might be closed up and the aircon going on before too much longer. For those that are concerned in regards to the Russian fighter jets shooting down the US drone in the Black Sea, Beau of the Fifth Column has done a fabulous video on that, so hop over there and have a look. Yeah, while he was talking, my boys were just nodding away and saying the actual drone and the jets were having a, they said, playing chicken with each other. They were having a little bit of a go at each other. So yes, there's a bit of saber rattling. Yes, there's a bit of rah-rah, how dare you. But the boys are really telling me that it's not going to go any further because both sides were not innocent in the downing of this drone. So what I'm going to have a look at this reading, I'm using my Golden Universal Tarot. I do apologise about the glare that comes off these cards because they are gilt printed. I'm going to have a quick look at the, okay, so Trump media. Trump media is again under investigation. So what's come to light? Now, for those that are saying, oh, when are these prosecutions, when's somebody going to be held accountable? These sorts of incidences are coming up so regularly that the DOJ plus anybody involved in investigating Trump have to follow these herring moments, and I'm not going to say red herring because they might very well turn out to be black herrings, these herring moments to run them down and just ensure that there is no there's no interconnection with the legal cases that they're doing at the moment. It's an absolute nightmare. Every time I'm thinking about the DOJ and Jack investigating Trump, all I can see is this old-fashioned police station corkboard, and if you look at the old movies and or television shows, they'd have a piece of red string from here to here connecting this and a piece of red string from there to there connecting that. Literally, the entire board is covered. You cannot see the corkboard for the red string that's connecting everywhere. So the latest that's come out in regards to Trump media under investigation for money laundering. Gee, strange that. What's happened is, okay, so Trump media was in a bit of a pickle. It was going to be bought out by DWAC. However, that buyout wasn't completed because DWAC became embroiled in an investigation by the Security and Exchange Commissions in regards to money laundering. So the takeover was not complete. Trump media was desperate for funds, and lo and behold, two payments, one of $2 million and one of $6 million, happened to land in their bank account. Now, the Securities and Exchange Commission have investigated these. They have been traced back to Paxum Bank in the Caribbean, and the payments, one came from the bank and one came from ES Family Trust, but the one that came from the bank they've also traced back to ES Family Trust. So, who is ES Family Trust, you might ask? Well, they were sourced, so these two payments were sourced by the DWAC CEO at the time, Orlando, didn't write his first name down, surname Orlando, and he has declined to name who is behind ES Family Trust. Will Wilkerson, who is the Trump media whistleblower, he was there, I believe he was a co-founder of Trump media or something like that. He has declared that the trustee was Angel Pacheco. Okay, I googled Angel Pacheco. There's a few of them. There's one that's a boxer. There's one that was high up in the Argentinian military. There is another one that is a poet or something. I'm not quite sure. So I don't know which Angel Pacheco came to prominence. However, what has now been shown is that this Angel Paccio was also a director of the Paxum Bank in the Caribbean, and there is a second director who is a close relative of a Russian oligarch called Smirnov. Not Smirnov, not the vodka, but Smirnov. Oh, this is what I'm saying. So Paxum Bank have refused to say anything. The CEO of DWAC Orlando is refusing to say anything. It's just, so this is what's happening. So the Security and Exchange Commissions are now trying to follow this money trail to see if it's money laundering going back to Russia. Oh man, does your head in. So this is why the investigations and the indictments are taking so long, because they have to look at this to see whether it relates to anyhow. So I'm going to have a quick look at this particular situation. I'm going to have, first of all, I'm going to look at the energies of Trump media with its untruth social. And then I'm going to have a look as to whether the Securities and Exchange Commission, how this will play out. So, oh boy. But it does explain why this investigation is taking so long. And I know Merrick Garland has been in his position for so long, for 2 years, but he had to do a big clean out of Trump supporters in the DOJ, and the FBI had to do similar before he could actually start work. Then they had to collate what was already in place and see what needed doing. And if you look at the comparison to the bomber that he prosecuted, that case took 2 years. That was one person, one bomb, and they had information. This is dozens of people with thousands of red strings of information. So I completely understand why it's taking so long. And you do have to remember that they have prosecuted around 1,000 or more of the lessers going around, and they are moving inwards. But oh man, what a mess. Okay, and you've got to also remember, you're looking at, how old's Trump, in his 70s? Looking at least 50 years worth of fraud, laundering, corruption. Okay, so show me the energies. This has popped out for the second time. So this is the King of Swords. Prosecutors, but action prosecutors. So while I'm talking about this, there will be action come forward. Action in the prosecution and bringing forward the truth. Oh boy, so the energies around the Security and Exchange Commission regarding this investigation. Google it if you want. It was not particularly difficult to find. Let's have a look. So it actually popped up on my news feed. The energies around the Securities and Exchange Commission in regards to the money laundering investigation through the Paxum Bank to Untruth Social Trump Media. Is that it? Thank you guys. Okay. And what was that? Nearly 9 minutes of burbling. Okay, so this one's jumped out twice at me. The King of Swords. This is about prosecution action actually taking place. And soon, I'm feeling. Not necessarily in regards to this case. Thank you. They're telling me that to put that card aside, because that's not in regards to the Security Exchange. This is in regards to the DOJ. Thank you. Right. And I do have to laugh. The signifier card in this reading in regards to the Security and Exchange Commission investigating in regards to this $8 million is the oligarch card. The money changing hands and the oligarchs. Yep, okay. Challenging this card is the truth bringing about complete and utter downfall. I think they're actually going to be successful in this. Let's see how it goes. Energies behind this. I'm going to have to laugh. They are actually going to be successful in tracing this back to the oligarchs. We have the seedy underbelly being brought to the surface and exposed. Will take some time because there is a convoluted path here that they have to follow, but it has now been brought to the surface. So they are very strongly in the process of tracing where this came from. I think they actually already know. But it's being brought to the surface, and they've got to now follow this path through before they get to this prosecution. Okay, but so the energies behind this money laundering that the Securities and Exchange Commission are investigating is destruction of complete and utter downfall, destruction of the ivory tower, basically. These are not good cards for Trump social media in regards to this. Okay, right, what's coming out of this is here we've got the partnerships and agreements. Yeah, basically, the partnerships and agreements that were made are going to be exposed. And so we've got the 2 and 3 of cups, circles of support, 3 parties involved, possibly 3 parties involved. What are we looking at? We're looking at Paxson Bank, the oligarch, and then Trump media. Right, so that's what's going to be exposed out of the investigation that's going on behind the scenes, the karma that's coming. Okay, interesting card. A rebalancing. So we've got Temperance here, which is restoration and respite. Yeah, okay. They're telling me regulations. She's pouring this cup back and forth between the emotional and the physical, and it is going to bring about, you've got the sun in the distance here, it's going to bring about, I'm being told, changes in legislation as the truth is exposed. Sword of truth piercing the crown. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, what's coming out of it? My voter card, Russia. Family card, Russia. So, okay, thank you. To the voter, there's going to be exposed a Russian connection. That's what the boys are telling me. A Russian connection of money laundering. Here's my money laundering card of money laundering to Trump media. The abuse of power, corruption, betrayal, sabotage, you name it, and people are walking away. People are walking away once this is exposed. We have the 4 of Swords, which is 5 and 4 of Swords. The wounded in battle having to retreat. The lie. Can we get any more of these 7 of Swords? The lie card. The lies being exposed. And a new start. A new start. On the base we have full illumination of the money trail brought to the authorities. The authorities fully illuminating the money trail that went on in the past. And here we have our infighting card. That'll take me on to my next reading as well. Yeah, the attempt to throw others under the bus. But there is going to be a powerful message being brought forward. It's going to be a really clear, so okay, this is the convoluted trail, this is the attempt to blame others, but there's going to be a really clear message brought forward about this investigation into dark money. It's my dark money card. The investigators so here's the the legislators are going to be looking at this very closely. This is my writing in a, it's not writing in a winner, it's a writing in being seen, as the messages are being seen about the corruption. My Five of Pentacles corruption card. It's causing a lot of anxiety in the ranks of those that are in Trump media at the moment. And then we have heartbreak, despair, loss, and boy, doesn't that look like Trump cowering under there at the moment, as something is exposed that is not yet seen. Okay, so yes, they're going to find out, and they're going to expose, and they're going to prove the trail of the money laundering, the corruption, the dark money, the blah 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 blah, you name it. It's going to bring about a downfall, Trump media downfall. Trump media downfall. Thank you. Which will take Truth Social with it. I don't know that it'll be Trump himself. Oh, better put my sword back in there. Sorry, dog 2 doors down going spare. My 2 puppy dogs are fast asleep on the floor here at my feet. Got a dog next door, got a dog 2 doors down, got dog dogs 2 doors down that way. Welcome to Australia suburbia. We love our dogs. But yes. Okay, so that's really quite telling. Thank you, boys. They're telling me that it's going to take out Trump media. With it, Truth Social is what I'm getting. It's not going to take out Trump itself, I don't think, from that, but it's going to, there's a lot of anxiety behind the scenes, but yeah, they're going to be able to prove that it was laundered money that came from Russia, and they're going to say it very clearly. Entertainment only, but these are all the paths that the investigators have to take, and the string also includes, you've got the DOJ, the FBI, the New York, the Georgia, the Securities and Exchange Commission. They're all, yeah, when I'm talking about ending for Trump media, it's an ending card. And if you look at the top 2 figures here, you've got the bald eagle of Australia, which I don't know why it's called a bald eagle, because it's not bald, staring off at Trump. And it is about an ending. Okay, so I'm going to have a look. How is the Securities and Exchange Commission going to go? No, let's have a quick look. Securities and Exchange Commission, how's this investigation into the abuse of power and the abuse of power, sabotage, betrayal going to go? How is the court case for this going to go? Lazy shuffling, how is this court case going to go? How is, no, this investigation, thank you, that's why they were falling out, because I had the wording wrong. How is this investigation, the Securities Commission investigation, going to go? Got a couple of cards wanting to come out there. We'll have a look at them in a minute. How is this going to play? I'm just going to put these out here, because they're falling out in a deliberate manner. We've got this abuse, lies, betrayal, and walking away as is exposed. Walking away from Trump, the Emperor, and an inevitable ending to the money coming. The money, domestic security. It's going to be a domestic security case, which is going to be about an ending, and then the truth is going to move on. What have we got on the base? Reaping what they sow. So I'm again, something coming forward in regards to a powerful message they're going to bring forward in regards to the Russian connection here. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, I'm seeing that Trump media is going to won't happen immediately, but yeah, Trump media is in trouble in regards to this. Okay, thank you for joining me. Love to you all. Take care.